another discussion with Dina. There are reports that 93-year-old James Earl Jones, well known for his deep baritone voice in film and in movies, has transitioned. He is well known for playing Alex Haley in the movie Roots, where he found that old African Kunta Kinte, a movie that has etched a place within Black American history. Also, he is well known for playing the role of King Joffrey in Coming to America, voicing Mufasa in The Lion King and Darth Vader in the Star Wars franchise. Now, James Earl Jones received a Grammy, 2 Emmys, and 3 Tony Awards for his many accomplishments. He was born in Arcabutla, Mississippi in January 1931 to parents of mixed African American, Irish, and Native American ancestry. His mother was a teacher, a maid, and his father a boxer and actor. And he can also be seen in 2 films in particular. His father, the one that's called The Sting, that came out in 1973. In 1983, he was in Trading Places. Now, Jones himself is said to have been raised by his maternal grandparents on their farm in Dublin, Michigan, from the age of 5. In 1967, he appeared in a play called The Great White Hope, which premiered in Washington, D.C., and it hit Broadway a year later. And in it, he played the main character, Jack Jefferson, who was modeled after Jack Johnson, who happened to be a champion boxer fighting racism in and out of the ring. Now, this earned him a Tony Award for Best Actor, and the story was later adapted into a movie. And in this movie, he also starred, and this launched his acting and his voice career. He was also in a couple of other movies, just to name a few: Field of Dreams in 1989, Doctor Strangelove in 1964, Conan the Barbarian, which my mom loved, in 1982, and The Hunt for Red October in 1990. He has this unmistakable baritone voice. Was even used on The Simpsons in 3 different characters. Not to mention, he appeared in several television, sitcoms, and TV shows. Now, Mr. Jones signed off on an archival voice recording in 2022, and this will allow them to manipulate his voice for future reiterations of Darth Vader with the use of artificial intelligence. Now, while fans, colleagues, and collaborators continue to pay tribute to him, I am reminded of a very memorable interview that he had with CBS News. Let's take a listen.
Jim, do black men marry white women because of the nature of black women? I know in some of our earlier conversations you mentioned that the black women you've met have been uptight. What do you mean by that?
Well, I'll answer the one question. What do I mean by uptight? Going toward a more militant attitude about their own identity. And in many ways are way ahead of the black man because I don't know why, but in many ways are replacing the black man. There's a whole almost unfeminine aspect of the black militant woman.
Do you find that some black women you've known, out of your personal experience, blame the black man for what happened to them in slavery even today?
Of course, if the black man, regardless of the causes, failed to protect her, left her in a position where she had to sell herself or bargain with her body and so on. Yes, she had there's resentment about that, but it's very complex now. You see, I think in another generation you'll get a whole crop uptight about their position in society. There are many because I'm generalizing now, many are overreacting against Aunt Jemima, the Aunt Jemima image, the submissive Mother Earth type, unselfish, all giving, especially all giving to the white man, sexually and in the kitchen and every other way. And she's also overreacting against the problem of having to be the breadwinner, the matriarch of the house. The myth of the black matriarch is really a myth because she is not. It wasn't her choice. Many black women, I'm sure, once they found this job had a certain social and political dignity to it, relished it and wielded the rolling pen, like any minority group mama would do. But no matter how much she might relish it, it wasn't her choice to begin with. She would always have preferred the black male to have run the house, to have saved her from white rapists, white slave owners.
Why did you marry Jim? But first, do you know what Jim means by the uptightness of black women?
Oh, yes.
You've been in the theater.
Well, I've felt it. I've sensed it.
Isn't that interesting? And what a good topic to have a future discussion on. I want to thank you for listening, and I will see you next time. As always, I invite you to like, subscribe, and share. And join me for another discussion with Dina. Ta-ta!
This concludes your daily discussions with Dina. Join us Monday through Friday at 12:30 p.m. Like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment.